We are currently facing a grave issue: genocide carried out in plain sight. It is not just our opinion. Prominent figures on the global stage have acknowledged it. Draft bills have already been proposed on this issue. In my last speech, I mentioned one such bill, and I must inform you that Congressman Smith, chairman of the Commission of Human Rights, has introduced a second draft bill in US Congress. During Senate hearings, Yuri Kim, the acting Assistant Secretary of State for European and Eurasian Affairs, also spoke about possible sanctions in response to any military attack on the people of Artsakh. It is crucial to note that the United States will not tolerate such actions. So we have received news about the second bill in Congress, which is a step forward in addressing this grave issue. During a press conference held in Yerevan yesterday, Samantha Power, administrator of the United States Agency for International Development, who oversees all USAID humanitarian aid, responded to two direct questions. The first question pertained to how the United States planned to react to Azerbaijan's disregard on their warnings, while the second question focused on how the United States will not tolerate the military attack on the people of Artsakh. Samantha Power stated that the highest levels of the United States government are currently discussing these issues. Biden has sent a letter to Pashinyan to express his support for Armenian sovereignty, territorial integrity, and democracy. He also sent a delegation to show his solidarity. The United States will not tolerate Azerbaijan's violent actions and is preparing a response. I assure you that as a world power, America would not allow any dictator to act with impunity and ignore its warnings. There are some individuals on social media who believe that providing humanitarian aid is not a pressing matter at the moment. However, we must ask ourselves, how can we address this issue and overcome the humanitarian catastrophe in our country? Who will lend us a helping hand? Don't you know how our government coordinates aid efforts? The European Union also expressed its willingness to provide assistance. We should express our gratitude for the humanitarian aid. It is evident that Biden's letter has expressed concerns about Armenia's security and has offered help. The helping hand is reaching out to us once again. It is clearly stated, but raises a question. How will the so-called government of Armenia accept this offer if Armenia is still a member of the CSTO? The CSTO has its own set of rules. For instance, no foreign forces can have a military base in Armenia. Therefore, it is impossible to provide a base to any NATO country or a country that is not a CSTO member. Any such offer needs to be approved by the CSTO. Now, without tight hands, can we accept that help in such a situation? Should we free our hands or not? Of course we should. But the person who should have been the first to jump on that offer and state that there is a threat of ethnic cleansing and genocide says there is no threat. Instead, the world says it is ethnic cleansing, and the UN convenes a Security Council meeting on that issue. Therefore, we shouldn't expect anything from that person.